Is it a 2-minute local break? Hello and good morning, everyone. Welcome to Bill Gray Legion Stadium at Champion Car Wash Field, where today the Roseburg baseball team welcomes in the Ashland Grizzlies for a doubleheader in league play. As we welcome you in, folks, get ready for a big matchup coming up today. Excited about this and looking forward to today's action here from the field. And it is going to be a great doubleheader here for us. The weather is going to be perfect, and it is going to be a fun day at the ballpark, and you can't ask for a better setting than Champion Car Wash as we get ready for this matchup. We've got plenty coming up for you here during the Roseburg Disposal pregame show You can let them make the run to the dump for you. That's Roseburg Disposal. Give them a call at 673-7122. As we get ready for today's matchup, we will be taking a look at Ashland and Roseburg, tell you how they both got here. Plus, we'll have a quick word with head coach Troy Thompson coming up for you here in just a few. So stick around for that. And we will get you your Cooper's Pest Control starting lineups coming up here as well in just a little bit as we bring you Roseburg baseball here on the radio today. Don't forget, we are streaming today's program online at 541radio.com thanks to sponsorship from Renco General Contractors. They specialize in industrial and commercial construction. So whether you're building from scratch or maybe it's time to expand or remodel your current building, at Renco, there's no job that's too big or too small. Build your success with Renco. So we will have that for you. We've got that going on right now. You can watch streaming live online, and we'll have both games, today's doubleheader going on there. We'll go ahead and take a quick 2-minute break. When we come back, we'll get a word in with head coach Troy Thompson. This is Roseburg Baseball on 541radio.com and on The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
General Contractors, formerly known as RE Noah, are the experts in industrial and commercial construction. With over 50 years of combined experience, Renco General Contractors is Douglas County's building leader when it comes to commercial construction. From turnkey construction from the ground up, tenant improvements to seismic upgrades, Renco is an authorized metal building dealer dedicated to providing our community the highest quality structures. They also specialize in steel fabrication and welding. Call Renco today. There's no job that's too big or too small. Build your success with Renco.
Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage. Disposal pregame show here at Champion Car Wash Field today. Roseburg getting ready to take two from Ashland here, and on a beautiful Saturday morning, getting ready for the afternoon here coming up. And joining us in the pregame show is head coach Troy Thompson as we get to talk some Roseburg baseball. And coach, coming off of a nice win down there at Crater, a game that very competitive for you guys, and continues to show that this year is giving you guys quite a good test for these younger guys that you guys are working in. What'd you come away feeling from that Crater game down there?
Well, like you said, a very good test, and anytime you go on the road in our league and come out with a victory, that's a good thing. So it was a good day on Tuesday. Played well in the later innings, and that was good to see. Pushed some runs across there in the 6th and 7th to extend our lead, and that's a good sign. Very good on the mound with Dom Tatone with his 6 innings, and then got the 3 outs there in the 7th with Garrett. So couldn't come away any better than that. So we felt good about ourselves after that game, and thought we did some good things offensively late and played solid defense behind some good pitching.
I've hitting wise, I feel like I went back, and I think all but 2 games you guys have had an extra base hit. You guys in the last 3 games have had 10 doubles in there by my count. Things are popping off the bat. Is there a mentality at the plate you're seeing from these guys that's resulting in being aggressive, finding extra bases that's working out for you this season? Or?
I'm not sure. I think it probably has to do with just more time here at the practice field and more time in game situations. So they're getting what are we now, into week 4, I guess, or 5, or finishing week 4 or 5. I'm not sure where we're at with this season, but a lot of that has to do with just more looks in practice and more repetitions and all those things that you work on. And now after, X amount of time, we should be, getting some better looks and hopefully some better swings and being able to, put some numbers on the board offensively. But I think that's the biggest part, is the amount of time we've had to be together and to practice and do those things we like to do. And that hopefully continues to show up in our performance offensively in the games.
At this point in the season, you mentioned, we're getting towards the end of this year, but still a couple of weeks left to go for your guys. What are some of the things you still would like to see? I mean, I know there's always the basics and, being, cleaner with the baseball and pitching better and hitting, smart. But, as you look at it here, what are still some areas that you would really like to see these guys start to kind of clean up and focus on a little bit as you guys get ready to eventually get to your off season?
Well, like you said, it's all about, timely hitting and solid defense behind solid pitching. So we're still in the process of trying to figure out, all those things and who those players are going to be as we move forward here into summer and into next year. This is a good time for us this season to, find some innings for some players, and hopefully that translates into the summer and into next year with some things they can do and some opportunities they may have in the future for us. So that's the biggest focus, is to continue to work on this year, certainly this spring, all those things, but the big picture of, down the road, like I said, this summer and into our next spring season, and hopefully all those things get to happen. There's nothing for sure about anything in the situation we're still in, so hopefully those things can happen, and by continuing to work with these guys here and giving them chances to do those things, good things will happen, not only now but in the future.
And that is head coach Troy Thompson here in the pregame show. Got to cut it a little bit short as we continue on with your Roseburg Disposal pregame show. Let them make the run to the dump for you. Give them a call at 673-7122. We'll come back with your Cooper's Pest Control starting lineups, and we'll have the full interview with Coach Thompson in between games of our doubleheader here today. Joey Keyran with you. Game 1 of today's doubleheader between Roseburg and Ashland coming up for you after this 2-minute break here on 541radio.com and on The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
General Contractors, formerly known as Ari Noah, are the experts in industrial and commercial construction. With over 50 years of combined experience, Renco General Contractors is Douglas County's building leader when it comes to commercial construction. From turnkey construction from the ground up, tenant improvements to seismic upgrades, Renco is an authorized metal building dealer dedicated to providing our community the highest quality structures. They also specialize in steel fabrication and welding. Call Renco today. There's no job that's too big or too small. Build your success with Renco.
Buy one, get one free at the Roseburg Jiffy Lube. Buy one signature service oil change at regular price and receive a coupon for a second one free. That's a $43.99 value. The signature service oil change features up to 5 quarts conventional Pennzoil, a new spin-on filter, and a visual inspection of belts, brakes, tires, and wipers, plus fluid top-off and a 90-day top-off guarantee. Buy one signature service oil change with Pennzoil, get one free now at the Roseburg Jiffy Lube, next to Champion Car Wash.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool. On the field. Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great.
Participate.
At Current Orthodontics, we stand out because of the smiles and the excitement that we create. A beautiful smile can really make a huge impact in someone's life. Our main goal is we also want you to be able to walk down the street and have your neighbors say, "Hey, where did you get that great smile?" And for you to be able to say, "At Current Orthodontics."
Welcome back, everybody, here to Champion Car Wash Field in beautiful Roseburg as we get ready to go for today's matchup. Roseburg's taking the field. It'll be Ashland up to bat first as the visiting team today. It's time to take a look at our Cooper's Pest Control starting lineup for Nick Hall and the Ashland Grizzlies. Leading things off will be Dylan Anway, playing at third base, followed by the DH, Sean Thompson, hitting second, and batting for the right fielder, Zach Mindeville. Nathan Carter in center field will bat third, followed by Cruz Dreiling, the pitcher for Ashland, batting in the cleanup spot, followed by Keller Bloodworth, the shortstop, hitting fifth. In the sixth spot is the catcher, Jackson Kemper. Trip Rep at second base, batting seventh, followed by Tayati Williams in left field, and Ira Nogues, the first baseman, will round out the starting nine for the Ashland Grizzlies here today. Taking a look around the diamond defensively for Roseburg. On the mound, it's Evan Corbin, the starting pitcher for Roseburg here this morning. Corbin comes in, 20 innings worked. He's got a 3-0 record, 2 starts on his record, 1.40 ERA, 3 walks, 14 strikeouts. He's given up 14 hits over the 20 innings and only 4 earned runs. The righty sophomore on the mound will fire in. First pitch, called for strike one, and we are underway here in game one of today's doubleheader. Dylan Anway at the plate, the third baseman. The 0-1 pitch, taking a breaking ball on the inside corner for strike two. We'll get you a look around the rest of the diamond defensively for Roseburg. The 0-2 pitch from Corbin. Fastball fought off, fouled away. Going opposite field over towards the hitting facility here at Bill Gray Legion Stadium at Champion Car Wash Field, formerly known just as Legion Field, but new sponsorship from Champion Car Wash. The 0-2 pitch from Corbin. Got him some off-speed out in front of it. Anway fouling off the pitch again. Stays an 0-2 count for him. Beautiful sunny day here in the Umpqua Basin. A few hazy light clouds hanging overhead, but nothing that is really impeding the sun here this afternoon. As we are just getting things underway a little early, is a pitch high. 1-2 count for Anway. Don't really have to go through, field maintenance after the warm-ups, doing the batter's boxes and raking the mound or anything. As the hitter does go around on a breaking ball, got fooled. Anway called with the check swing for strike three, and he'll go down as the first out here in the first inning. A punch out for Evan Corbin, 1 away. And up to bat will be Sean Thompson, the DH, hitting for right fielder Zach Mendeville. So in between your pregame infield warm-ups is a pitch high and inside for Corbin. Pre-game warm-ups and then getting ready to go for the game, exchanging lineup cards and whatnot. No national anthem here for Roseburg High School, so things go pretty quick as a 1-0 pitch hit towards shortstop. Dawson Gillespie will field and throws out Sean Thompson over to Dominic Tatone at first. 2 away. And the 3-hitter Nathan Carter will stand in. Behind the plate, Knox Hubbard, the battery mate for Evan Corbin here today. Out at first, Dominic Tatone, Sebastian Watson at second, Dawson Gillespie at short, and Asa Takahashi at third. In the outfield, we'll get you the lineup in a moment. The first pitch to Carter. It's just a bit low, hitting the outer half of the plate for a 1-0 count. In the outfield, Carson Dunn in left, Logan Klopfenstein in center, and Garrett Zymet out in right. The 1-0 pitch, line drive back up the middle. And the 3-hitter, Nathan Carter, will get the first base hit of the ballgame for Ashland. Gets a man on base with 2 away. Nathan Carter had the only run driven in the last game for Ashland. He'll pick up the first hit here in game one of today's twin bill between Roseburg and Ashland. 5-hitter Cruz Dreiling, today's starting pitcher for Ashland, will stand in next. Takes the first pitch for ball one. Did not miss much for Corbin on that first pitch. A 1-0. Back pick down to first. No, not going to be in time to get the runner there. A 2-0 count at the plate for Dreiling. Down at first base, Carter back in safely. Dominic Tatone trying to apply the tag. I don't know if he even got him with the tag. It looked close, but didn't quite get there. Pitch missing for a 3-0 count now against the cleanup hitter for Evan Corbin. Corbin starting out well. A big battle in the leadoff man for Dylan Anway, but got him with a check swing. Now he's on the verge of issuing his first walk and will. 2-out walk issued. So after getting the first 2 outs quickly for Evan Corbin, he gives up a single. As Nathan Carter went right back up the middle, and then on 4 straight pitches, walks Cruz Dreiling, and that's going to prompt a visit to the mound for Knox Hubbard. Appreciate everybody for tuning in, and hopefully you caught our Roseburg Disposal pregame show. You can let them make the run to the dump for you. That's Roseburg Disposal, 673-7122. We had an interview with Coach Thompson. We were running a little long with the early start for today's ball game. In fact, it's not even noon yet. We were scheduled to start at noon, so a little bit of an early start here in the top of the first. But we will replay our interview with Coach Thompson in between the games here on our doubleheader today. So you can stick around for that coming up here in just a little while after the end of game 1. 2 runners on, 2 outs in the top of the first, and the first pitch in for strike 1 against Keller Bloodworth, the shortstop. Bloodworth, the 5-hitter in the lineup for Ashland. Gets around on a high fastball, fouls it out of the ballpark into the grass parking lot out behind the right field line here at Champion Car Wash Field. 320 down the lines here at the ballpark, 385 to dead center. The 0-2 swung on and missed. Got him with the fastball. Couldn't catch up. Bloodworth goes down. Final out here in the first inning for Ashland. No runs on 1 hit, no Roseburg errors, 2 men left on base. We go to the bottom of the first. Scoreless after a half. Roseburg coming up to bat. We'll have your Cooper's Pest Control starting lineup for Roseburg when we return here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
For the Ashland Grizzlies.
Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage. It's a beautiful Saturday afternoon here in Roseburg, and coming up the bat will be the Roseburg Indians. Let's take a look at your Cooper's Pest Control starting lineup as we welcome you back here to today's ball game. Leading things off will be Sebastian Watson, the starting second baseman. Logan Klopfenstein in center field hitting second. Batting third and playing at third base is Austin Takahashi. Dawson Gillespie, the shortstop, will bat cleanup, followed by Knox Hubbard, the catcher, hitting fifth. Garrett Zimet in right field will bat sixth, followed by Dominic Titone at first base. Nathan Wayman, the DH, batting in the 8th spot. First appearance for him for Roseburg at the varsity level here today. He will bat for starting pitcher Evan Corbin. And rounding out the starting 9 will be Carson Dunn in left field. That's your Cooper's Pest Control starting lineup. Let them, Cooper's Pest Control, your locally owned bug assassins with great low rates. Give them a call at 673-0363. Well, coming up to bat, leadoff man Sebastian Watson will face right-hander Cruz Dreiling, who will fire in the first pitch for strike 1 against Watson. Dreiling out of his windup. Fires just above the strike zone. Did not miss by much with that pitch. That'll be a 1-1 count here for Watson. Breaking ball just a little elevated. Sebastian Watson coming in, batting .276, hitting in the leadoff spot for Roseburg. Take down and in for a 3-1 count, leading things off here in the bottom of the first. Scoreless ball game so far between Roseburg and Ashland. Roseburg up to bat for the first time here today. 3-1, got a pitch he liked. In the air for Watson to left field. Backing up is Tyati Williams, and he'll make the catch to retire the first out in the bottom of the first. Well, looking around the diamond for Ashland, Jackson Kemper, the battery mate, back behind the plate for Ashland, the Grizzlies.
Logan Klopfenstein.
Ira Nogues out at first, Trip Rep at second, Keller Bloodworth at short, Dylan Anway at third. We'll get you the outfield in a moment as the first pitch from Dreiling is low for ball one against Logan Klopfenstein. Starting center fielder, Klopfenstein comes in, batting .323 on the season for Roseburg. The 1-0 pitch, just off the edge for a 2-0 count for Klopfenstein. In the outfield from left to right, Tyati Williams, who made the first out of the game for the Grizzlies. Nathan Carter in center field, who had the first hit for the Grizzlies on the top of the first, and Zach Mendeville in right field. A 3-0 count now for Klopfenstein. Roseburg one away, bottom of the first inning. Scoreless ball game for you here today. Strike on the outside corner on the 3-0 offering from Cruz Dreiling. A 3-1 pitch. Ground ball back up the middle. Goes whizzing right by the pitcher. Dreiling just trying to get a glove on it. It went to his pitching hand side, so couldn't just stick the glove down there. And ends up, that one goes right by him. Right around the knee level. Takes a hop at second base and into center field for Logan Klopfenstein. A one-out single. Klopfenstein had a couple of hits, drove in 3 runs in Roseburg's last game. He was 2 for 5 with 3 RBI. First pitch swinging for Takahashi out to center field. Diving attempt made by Carter. A throwback to first. Gets him. Klopfenstein doubled off on a ball softly hit out to shallow center field. And coming up with the double play, Nathan Carter will keep Roseburg off the scoreboard here in the bottom of the first. Good defense for the Grizzlies. Carter with the double play to finish things off in the bottom of the first. We'll go to the top of the second, scoreless, with Ashland coming up to bat here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
I am a nurse,
a firefighter,
a college student,
a mother,
and I am an American soldier.
I will always be ready
for every storm
and disaster that threatens my community.
I will always be there to protect my neighbors,
my family,
and my country.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
Visit nationalguard.com to learn more about part-time service.
Top of the second inning, scoreless ball game. Both teams with 1 hit so far as Evan Corbin back out on the mound to fire in. First pitch, Jackson Kemper will foul into the grandstands back behind the visiting dugout on the first base side for strike 1. Good defense for Nathan Carter out in center field to finish things off in the bottom of the first inning, keeping this game scoreless. As a pitch from Corbin bounces in for a 1-1 count. So a nice start here for the Grizzlies. Nice double play there. Ball fouled off for strike 2 against Kemper, the starting catcher. Beautiful day here in the Umpqua Basin. The sun's shining, but it's not going to be overly warm. We're only at high 50s here as we get this game started. They check down to first on a check swing. And Kemper did not go around, leaving up his count at 2-2. 57 degrees here in the second inning, expecting to reach a high of 66. Swing and a miss on the 2-2 offering. Kemper will go down. That's the third strikeout of the game for Evan Corbin. So far, they have all been strikeouts swinging. 1 away. Trip Rep will bat with nobody on. First pitch from Corbin. Low and inside for ball 1. wearing their red tops, white numbers on the front and the back of the jerseys for the Grizzlies. White trousers, red socks for them as they pitch in for a strike. Bounces off the glove for Hubbard. They've got the two-tone ball caps, the white panel on the front, red around the back, the red bills for Ashland. Roseburg with their white tops, white trousers, black socks. A breaking ball in the dirt outside for a 2-1 count here against Trip Rep, the second baseman, batting 7th in the lineup. Button-up tops with Indians across the chest in orange. Numbers on the front and the back in orange for Roseburg. Black caps with the orange R on the front. There's a foul ball. Evan Corbin will work his way back into this at-bat. A 2-2 count. Majority of Roseburg playing with the trousers hiked up around the knees as the 2-2 pitch is in the dirt to make it full. Gillespie at short, Dunn in left, Klopfenstein in center. They're all playing with the trousers pulled down to the ankles there. Full count pitch, ground ball up the middle, back behind second, hops up for Gillespie, throw to first in time. That is a benefit there, I think, of the nice artificial turf here at Champion Car Wash Field. You get a nice true hop, makes it a little easier to field those on the run, and he was able to get that one right around knee level on a nice hop and throw from behind second to get Trip Rep for the second out. 2 down. Tayati Williams, the left fielder, will bat. Corbin's first pitch is low and outside for ball 1. For maybe our visiting fans watching from Ashland, got a upgrade here at Champion Car Wash Field as a swing and a miss for strike 1 against Tayati Williams. Was expecting to break it in last spring for Roseburg, but unfortunately with the pandemic, the season got canceled, so we did not have baseball here on the newly remodeled Champion Car Wash Field. As a line drive goes off the glove for Takahashi. He will throw to first and still make the out. I'll tell you more about that artificial turf here at Champion Car Wash Field coming up in the bottom of the second. Almost a miscue at third base for Takahashi, but the ball pops out of his glove. He collects it quickly, throws across the diamond to get Tayati Williams to finish things off here in the top of the second. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. Still scoreless as we go to the bottom of the second here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
Bottom of the second inning, still scoreless here from Roseburg, as Ashland unable to do anything in the top of the second. And on the mound, Cruz Dreiling now will face the 4, 5, 6 hitters for Roseburg. Gillespie, Hubbard, and Zimet due up. First pitch is going to miss inside for ball 1 as we get things underway. Roseburg baseball here on the Score is brought to you by Cascade Community Credit Union, belong to Douglas County. Missing high, the count will go to 2-0. Dawson Gillespie, the starting shortstop for Roseburg, comes in. Batting .417 on the year. He takes high for a 3-0 count. He is currently leading the team in walks with 14. And he is on the verge of trying to draw another one here. Dreiling out of his windup, misses high and inside for ball 4. And that'll be walk number 15. He is leading the team, and it is by a lot. Nobody else in double figures yet. Sebastian Watson has 9. He's the only other guy. So a walk issued to start things here in the bottom of the second of this scoreless ball game. Knox Hubbard, the left-handed batting catcher, will stand in, but the throw goes over to first base. Back in safely goes Gillespie. Right on top of him, Ira Nogues over there. Had to stretch to get to the baseball and ended up kind of leaning over the top of Gillespie. First pitch, a strike to Hubbard. Knox Hubbard has been hitting well. .355 for him. He leads the team with 5 doubles this season. Roseburg with 25 doubles, 26 extra base hits. A check swing, kind of tried to hold up. They're going to go to second to get the lead runner. Hubbard will get in at first. They get Gillespie. Off the mound, Dreiling fielding, throwing back to second to get the out there. Ends up working out well for him. It was a bit of a check swing, tried to hold up, but Hubbard got the barrel on the ball. Almost worked as a bit of a sacrifice bunt almost, but Dreiling playing it well, getting the lead runner. And there's one away. Courtesy runner will come on for the catcher as the first pitch misses for ball 1 against Garrett Zyman. Check on who's running at first for Roseburg. Got a couple of guys from the JV squad. With JV not having a game today, they brought a couple of guys up to join them here. Inside for Zyman, a 2-0 count for him. That is Eli Jacobs that is over there running at first base. One away, strike taken. 2-1 count for Garrett Zyman. Garrett's batting .286 this season. Throw over to check on Jacobs. Bottom of the second inning, scoreless ball game so far. Low and outside on the breaking ball for Cruz Dreiling. And Garrett Zyman's ahead, 3 balls and a strike. Roseburg Baseball also brought to you today by DC Farmers Co-op, where everyone's welcome to shop. Inside with the 3-1 pitch, another walk issued for Dreiling. First and second now for Roseburg with just one away still. It's 2 walks. He's given up 1 hit so far. So Cruz Dreiling got some help from his defense in the bottom of the first on a double play by Nathan Carter, the center fielder, diving to get to a ball hit by Austin Takahashi and then doubling off Klopfenstein at first as he thought that ball was going to fall in for a base hit. Scoring to bunt, Dominic Titone will take. The ball bounces away from Kemper, and both runners move up 90 feet. A 1-0 count for Titone. A wild pitch. We'll move Garrett Zyman to second, and Eli Jacobs running for Knox Hubbard to third. Titone with 1 out was looking to maybe move both runners in the scoring position with a bunt, a sacrifice bunt. He's also a guy that can bunt his way on. With the infield pulled in, not likely that he's going to be trying to do that here as he takes a ball high and away, 2-0 count. The infield will be playing in close to the grass. That shortstop playing just a little bit back is Bloodworth. Ball high for Titone, and he'll take for a 3-0 count. Roseburg an opportunity to try and get a run on the board here. They have not had a hit in this second inning yet. 2 walks helping them get runners on. The 3-0. He is in for a strike. Good crowd showing up here for today's ball game at Champion Car Wash Field. Some folks out there, a lot of them congregating in the areas that are in the sun, and I don't blame them. A nice day, but a little chilly if you're not in the sun. 3-1 to Tone. Skyrockets one up in foul territory to the fence line, into the bullpen, and that one goes into the grandstands. Dylan Anway chasing into foul territory. But that one into the stands. Full count pitch coming up after the foul ball for Tone. 3 balls, 2 strikes with 1 out and runners at second and third. A punch out here would be big for Cruz Dreiling. And he'll get it. Tone goes upstairs chasing on that one. First strikeout for Dreiling. That was probably ball 4. But a big punch out there for Dreiling. And Nathan Wayman will bat next. Wayman is first at bat at the varsity level this year. He takes high and inside for ball 1 on a breaking ball. Wayman coming up from the JV squad to DH today for Roseburg. The 1-0 from Dreiling. Off the hands and a line drive to the shortstop. Bloodworth there to collect it. That'll wrap up things here in the bottom of the second. We go to the top of the third. Roseburg threatens with 2 runners in scoring position, but they can't bring anybody in. No runs, no hits. There were no errors. The 2 men left on base. To the top of the third we go. Still scoreless here on 541radio.com and on the Score. 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
At Kern Orthodontics, we stand out because of the smiles and the excitement that we create. A beautiful smile can really make a huge impact in someone's life. Our main goal is we also want you to be able to walk down the street and have your neighbors say, hey, where did you get that great smile? And for you to be able to say, at Kern Orthodontics.
Buy one, get one free at the Roseburg Jiffy Lube. Buy one signature service oil change at regular price and receive a coupon for a second one free. That's a $43.99 value. The Signature Service Oil Change features up to 5 quarts conventional Pennzoil, a new spin-on filter, and a visual inspection of belts, brakes, tires, and wipers, plus fluid top-off and a 90-day top-off guarantee. Buy one Signature Service Oil Change with Pennzoil, get one free, now at the Roseburg Jiffy Lube, next to Champion.
Welcome back for the top of the third inning here of Game 1 of today's doubleheader. It'll be the 9-1-2 hitters up for Ashland. And on the mound, Evan Corbin in a scoreless ball game will get strike 1 across on the outer half to Ira Nogues, the first baseman. All right-handed batters in the lineup today for Ashland as a swing and a miss on a breaking ball. Nogues will go down for strike number 2. 1 hit for both sides so far. Roseburg with 2 runners in scoring position left in the bottom of the second. Couldn't bring them around to score, keeping it a scoreless game for Ashland there. Foul off on the pitch, the 0-2 for Noakes, and he stays alive at the plate. This Ashland team really had a tight game against South Medford in their last one on Tuesday. Strike 3 called. Was waiting for the punch out. That one right on the edge, close. And I wasn't sure on 4 pitches. Nogues goes down looking. Strikeout number 4 on the day for Evan Corbin. And back to the top of the lineup for the Grizzlies. Dylan Anway struck out in the first inning. We'll dig in for a second time. Ashland against South Medford lost 7-1. The score looks lopsided, but it was a 2-1 ball game until the top of the 7th when South Medford really put the hurting on. They actually took advantage of some miscues, it looks like, by Ashland. As a swing and a miss on the first pitch by Dylan Anway. South Medford scored 5 runs in the top of the 7th, only had 2 hits in that inning. As a pitch in the dirt by Corbin, the count goes 1-1 for Dylan Anway. But it was a 2-1 ball game going to the 7th inning in that one. A pretty tight one there against South Medford for Ashland, and they're keeping it tight here early on against Roseburg as well. 1-1 from Corbin. Fastball carries just a bit outside. Ahead in the at-bat now for Anway. Roseburg Baseball is brought to you by Good Vibration Solutions for home theater and automotive audio. You can feel it at Good Vibes. Strike on the inside corner this time to even things up. 2-2 for Dylan Anway. Anway had a lengthy at-bat, seeing 6 pitches his first time up. This is pitch number 5. Hit towards third base, picked off of the 1 hop by Takahashi, spins and throws accurately over to Dominic Titone at first. 2 away with nobody on base. Sean Thompson will bat, the DH. So 2 down, nobody on base for Ashland, trying to get another 1-2-3 inning here for Corbin. Just misses with his fastball outside for ball 1. Today's game also presented by Mahalo Heating and Air Conditioning. There's a ground ball towards short, backhanded by Gillespie, picks it up, throws over to first, no problem. Titone there for it. No stretch needed, beating the runner Thompson by a healthy margin. That'll wrap things up quickly here in the top of the 3rd inning. We'll come back with the bottom of the 3rd. Scoreless ball game here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
General Contractors, formerly known as Ari Noah, are the experts in industrial and commercial construction. With over 50 years of combined experience, Renco General Contractors is Douglas County's building leader when it comes to commercial construction. From turnkey construction from the ground up, tenant improvements to seismic upgrades, Renco is an authorized metal building dealer dedicated to providing our community the highest quality structures. They also specialize in steel fabrication and welding. Call Renco today. There's no job that's too big or too small. Build your success with Renco.
We are Douglas County Farmers Co-op, but we're not just for farmers. We serve all residents of Douglas County because we are Douglas County. Stop by today for everything from a tank of gas to a bite to eat anytime you're hungry. Pick up something for yourself, your home, and those you care for. Celebrating 100 years of service, Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Good people, good products, and good advice.
Number 1, Carson Dunn.
Roseburg Baseball on the Score brought to you by Fisher's Hearth and Home, serving Douglas County over 30 years with the largest selection of wood, gas, pellet, and electric stoves and fireplaces in the area. Joey Keyran here with you as we go to the bottom of the 3rd. Scoreless ball game between Ashland and Roseburg. Up to bat, Roseburg. A sharp one-hopper by Carson Dunn over to third base, Dylan Anway. All reaction at third for him. I don't even think he had time to think on that one. First pitch of the inning results in an out as Anway at third makes a stellar play with the leather. Fires across the diamond for the first out. That ball a rocket shot for Carson Dunn, and picking it up off of one hop. Anway making a stellar play across the diamond. 1 away, top of the order, Sebastian Watson with a check swing. It'll be strike 1 against him. 1 out, nobody on, 0-1 count. Down low on the offering from Cruz Dreiling, the right-hander out there throwing. Misses for a 1-1 count here against Watson. Sebastian Watson in this game is 0 for 1 with a fly ball out to left field. He'll take a ball bouncing in the dirt, tried to go with the fastball. Reared back and threw a little bit too much on that one. Dreiling falls behind 2-1 in the at-bat. Cruz Dreiling, a junior for this Ashland team, misses with his next pitch. The count will go 3-1, that one going all the way to the backstop. 5 seniors on this team for Ashland. Dylan Anway at third is one of them. Got quite a few of them, it looks like, in the lineup here today. As a 3-1 count goes to 3-2 with a strike on the inside corner. Anway at third. Tayati Williams at first. Excuse me, not at first, but in left. As a 3-2 count is outside for ball 4. Watson will get on. Nathan Carter in center field. So 3 of the 5 seniors on this roster in the starting lineup today. You've also got Miles Ransweiler and Michael Nixon, seniors on this roster for Ashland. 1 on after another walk issued by Dreiling. That's his 3rd of the game. Logan Klopfenstein batting. He is 1 for 1. He'll hit a ball just over the top of the shortstop. Soft liner will get in. 2 for 2 now for Klopfenstein. Couple of singles for him. Gets on at first. Up to second base will go Watson. And once again, Roseburg with one out will have 2 runners on and a man in scoring position. Austin Takahashi will dig in. He flew out to center field, and that doubled off Logan Klopfenstein to end the first inning. Some great defense so far through this ball game from both sides. Takahashi squaring to bunt. He'll take high for ball 1. With 1 out, the strategy, at least to start out this at-bat for the lefty Takahashi, was to try and move the runners into scoring position. Not showing a bunt yet, and now he will square. Pops it up to the backstop for strike 1. Well, we were telling you earlier about the conditions here at Champion Car Wash Field. All artificial turf. Foul territory, all the warning tracks, the infield, the outfield, all artificial turf. This will be the second spring that it's been completed. It's a 1-1 for Takahashi. Bunts it down first base side. Tag applied by Nogues. But the sac bunt moves both runners into scoring position. 2 away, though. And now it'll take something going Roseburg's direction to be able to bring in a run and break up this scoreless tie ball game. Gillespie walked in the second inning. I would imagine they might be careful with him here. Again, he's Roseburg's leading hitter with a .417 average. And breaking ball just outside, not off by much there for Dreiling. Leading the team in RBIs is Sebastian Watson. He's on at third. Dawson Gillespie has 7. He's up there amongst the team leaders. A 1-0 to him. Bounces in. Goes right behind the catcher, but the runners will hold. Count goes to 2-0 against Gillespie. That one squirted right between the legs for Kemper behind the plate, but just trickled a little ways behind him onto the logo of Champion Car Wash here. Not far enough for the hitter or the runners to consider trying to take off on that pitch that got by. The 2-0 count. Gillespie will take strike 1 on the outside corner. Scoreless game, bottom of the third. Game 1 of a doubleheader between Roseburg and Ashland. Dreiling out of the stretch. Breaking ball inside, misses low. Ahead in the at-bat. Dawson Gillespie looking to find a way on. He walked in the second inning. A walk would load the bases up here with 2 outs. The 3-1 will put him on. For a second time, Gillespie will draw a walk. That'll be the 4th walk issued by Cruz Dreiling.
Number 4.
Bases are loaded. And that'll bring up Knox Hubbard to try and drive in a run. Hubbard, a check swing for a dribbler down the first base line. He got on with a fielder's choice as the pitcher, Cruz Dreiling, fielded and got the lead runner, throwing out Dawson Gillespie at second. First offering. Fastball low and outside for ball 1. Now, you might question a little bit the strategy of giving up an out to put 2 runners in scoring position, but with the heart of the lineup coming up here for Roseburg, it really puts a lot of pressure on this Ashland squad. They've got to be perfect to keep this one scoreless as the ball sails away to the left-hander. And behind the plate, a lot of credit due to Jackson Kemper for keeping that one from going all the way to the backstop. Just barely got that one in the webbing of the catcher's glove. 2-0 count. High and inside for ball 3. And see, this is where they had to be perfect against Dawson Gillespie. They give him the walk. And now, in a tough spot here, you don't have anywhere to put Knox Hubbard, and it's a 3-0 count. I got to imagine no green light for Hubbard here. And he'll take ball 4 and earn a walk and an RBI. So while they did give up an out to put runners in scoring position, it works out for Roseburg with the pressure really on with 2 men in scoring position for Ashland. And they could not find a way to get that final out. A run will come in. Roseburg takes a 1-0 lead on the bases-loaded walk to Knox Hubbard. Klopfenstein goes to third, Gillespie to second, Hubbard on at first. Scoring with Sebastian Watson. 1 run in. And up to bat will be Garrett Zimet. Breaking ball gets outside, and the runners all hold. Zimet will have a 1-0 count. We do have a courtesy runner at first base. Once again, it is Eli Jacobs out there, and a visit out to the mound for the coaching staff for Ashland. Roseburg has sent 6 hitters to the plate here in the third so far. There's 2 outs with the bases loaded. Got the Roseburg and Ashland softball games going on out beyond the left field fence. We can keep an eye on the scoreboard over there. They are in the home half of the third. And Roseburg up to bat, it looks like. And they're in the bottom of the third. It's a 1-0 lead for Roseburg on top of the Ashland softball team in that game. And we'll keep an eye on that one throughout this afternoon as they play a doubleheader over there as well. The 1-0 pitch. Inside again for Dreiling, and the count will go 2-0. Number of guys in the dugout for Ashland, so they may have a reliever in there that they look to go to, but no action in the bullpen for him right now, as Dreiling will miss low and outside, and the count goes to 3-0. I want to thank everybody for tuning in and watching today's game, streaming live online. So 3-0 pitch is taken for strike 1. Nowhere to put this runner. Garrett Zimet at the plate. Zimet this season with 4 RBI. An opportunity to pick up another one here. A walk would do it, or a base hit. And he'll take the walk. The runners will all move up as that ball gets by. That'll be another bases-loaded walk to bring in a run. Klopfenstein will score. Gillespie goes to third. Eli Jacobs running for Knox Hubbard to second. Roseburg with just 1 hit here in this third inning, but they have drawn 4 walks. Dominic Titone will bat, bases loaded, 2 away. It's a 2-0 lead. And that one gets Titone in the rump. Looked like that was high up on the thigh of his front leg. He'll pick up an RBI with the hit by pitch, and there is some action in the bullpen. 3-0 Roseburg in front, still 2 down, and the 9th hitter to come to the plate here in the third will be Nathan Wayman. Titone at first, Zimet at second. Scoring was Gillespie. Eli Jacobs running for Hubbard at third. First pitch, Wayman will take strike 1.
Number 20, Nathan Wayman.
Action in the bullpen for Ashland. We'll get you a name on the player out there. That is Miles Ransweiler. Off-speed pitch, high for a 1-1 count against Wayman, who lined out to the shortstop to finish things off in the second inning, his first at-bat of the game. Bottom of the third, Roseburg with 3 runs in, all of them on bases-loaded walks against Cruz Dreiling here. He is wrapping up a full rotation through the lineup card here in the third inning. 2-1 count against Wayman. Takes for a strike at the top of the zone to even it up. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Other games going on in the SOC Regional here today, this Southern Oregon Regional that they've put together for this season. Grants Pass at North Medford, South Medford at Crater. Breaking ball off speed inside, misses to take the count full for Wayman. Other doubleheaders going on there. So Crater and North Medford hosting games today. 3-2 pitch for Dreiling. Runners all moving with 2 outs, and it'll be ball 4 again. Roseburg's on top 4-0. That is now 5 walks here in the third and a hit batter. All, let's see, the last 1, 2, 3, 4 batters coming to the plate have gotten on either a walk or a hit by pitch, and they have all brought in a run. Eli Jacobs scores for Knox Hubbard. Zymet to third, Tatone to second, Wayman on at first. It'll be Carson Dunn who started off this inning with a sharp ground ball to the third baseman Dylan Anway, who made a great play defensively. Dunn will get a second look at it here in the third inning. 2 away, bases loaded. The 1-0 pitch is high for a 2-0 count. And things have gone sideways for Cruz Dreiling here. Roseburg leading big. Only 1 hit in this inning, 5 walks and 1 hit batter. On the outside corner, a strike in for Cruz Dreiling. 2-1 count against Carson Dunn. 0 for 1 in this game. 7 walks total for Dreiling in this contest. He'll miss low and outside for a 3-1 count against Dunn. It has just been station to station for Roseburg. Dreiling trying to get out of it, working out of the stretch with the bases loaded. The 3-1 is high, and another run will come in. Dunn will take off the protective gear, heads on down to first, draws the walk. And Roseburg now on top 5-0. Zymet scores. Tatone to third. Wayman to second. Dunn on at first. And that's going to do it for Cruz Dreiling. The junior will exit the game here in the bottom of the third. He will leave with a 5-0 deficit. And he is credited with the 3 runners on base right now. He went through the lineup, faced 10 hitters here in the third, but after getting 2 outs, he has not been able to record the final out, walking 5 batters and hitting 1 with the bases loaded. 5-0 our score. New man on the mound. We'll tell you more about it after we come back here with a call to the pen. Ashland trailing Roseburg 5-0 on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Get one free at the Roseburg Jiffy Lube. Buy 1 signature service oil change at regular price and receive a coupon for a second one free. That's a $43.99 value. The signature service oil change features up to 5 quarts conventional Pennzoil, a new spin-on filter, and a visual inspection of belts, brakes, tires, and wipers, plus fluid top-off and a 90-day top-off guarantee. Buy 1 signature service oil change with Pennzoil, get 1 free now at the Roseburg Jiffy Lube, next to Champion Car Wash.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool. On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah!
Be great.
Participate!
Bottom of the third inning continues right along here for Roseburg. Already 5 runs in, all of them coming with 2 outs, and all of them coming on either a walk or a hit by pitch with the bases loaded. Joey Kieran here with you as we bring you Roseburg baseball today here on The Score. It's brought to you by Flyaway Travel. Contact their travel experts for your travel plans, now located at 1445 West Harvard Avenue, or give them a call at 672-5701. Well, done for the day. Cruz Dreiling will exit the game after 2 2/3 innings worked. He gave up 2 hits. Right now would be credited with 5 earned runs, 8 walks, 1 strikeout, and 1 hit by pitch for the starter for Ashland. Dreiling exiting the game, but he also is on the hook for the 3 runners on base at the moment. So if any more runs come in, they would go to his total, adding to the 5 he has already given up. Miles Ransweiler will take over on the mound. A right-handed senior will throw. He inherits bases loaded with 2 away, and the top of the order coming up for Roseburg for a second time here in the third. Sebastian Watson 0 for 1 in the game. Drew a walk his last time up. He'll take high for ball 1. Not off by much there for Ransweiler. And we've got activity in the bullpen still going on for Ashland, although the thrower has a sweatshirt on, so I can't get you the description of who it is. The 1-0 pitch hits the inside corner, evens up for a 1-1 count here against Watson. Sebastian got walked and came around to score in this third inning already. Had 6 walks and 1 hit batter here in this third inning for Cruz Dreiling, and that really just, things went sideways for him. A strike called against Watson. Behind 1 ball, 2 strikes, bases loaded, 2 away, bottom of the third. The 1-2. Breaking ball not off again by much, inside corner, a little high. Evens things up, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Game was tied going to the bottom of the third. It was scoreless. Roseburg with 5 runs in. The 2-2, Watson will take high. And the count will go full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. On base, Dominic Titone at third, Nathan Wayman at second, and Carson Dunn at first. Full count pitch coming up. Runners will be moving. Watson, ground ball, gets by the third baseman. 1 run will come in. They're going to send Wayman to the plate as well. He'll score. The runner going to third, Dunn in safely, and into second base will go Watson. Watson will drive in 2. Scoring is Dominic Titone. Nathan Wayman coming in to score from second. First to third for Carson Dunn. And Watson will pick up 2 RBIs. He leads the team. He's up to 15 now. And Roseburg now leading 7-0. Logan Klopfenstein will bat. He is 2 for 2 in the game with a pair of singles. Miles Ransweiler on the mound. Those runs coming in go to the credit of the starting pitcher, Cruz Dreiling. 1-1 count here for Klopfenstein. The 1-1. Ground ball towards short. Picked up there by Bloodworth. Throws over to first. Nogues there. And that'll retire the side. Final out made on the ground out by Logan Klopfenstein. But Roseburg gets 7 runs here in the third, and they take a big lead on top of Ashland. We go to the top of the 4th inning. This is Roseburg Baseball on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
We are Douglas County Farmers Co-op, but we're not just for farmers. We serve all residents of Douglas County because we are Douglas County. Stop by today for everything from a tank of gas to a bite to eat anytime you're hungry. Pick up something for yourself, your home, and those you care for. Celebrating 100 years of service, Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Good people, good products, and good advice.
I am a nurse,
a firefighter,
a college student,
a mother,
and I am an American soldier.
I will always be ready
for every storm
and disaster that threatens my community.
I will always be there to protect my neighbors,
my family,
and my country.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
Visit nationalguard.com to learn more about part-time service.
Welcome you back here to Roseburg in Champion Car Wash Field. Now Roseburg baseball leading 7-0 as we start the top of the 4th inning. It's Evan Corbin out there after a long layoff. He will start off here in the 4th inning against Nathan Carter. The 1-0 pitch taken to third base. Takahashi lobs it over to first to retire Carter, who was 1 for 1 in the game coming into that at-bat. Will ground out 5-3 after 2 pitches. 1 down for Ashland as we begin this 4th inning. 7-0 our score in that 3rd inning for Roseburg. They sent 12 hitters to the plate. 7 runs on 2 hits. There was 1 error for Ashland as they squared a bunt. He did not go around. Looked like he had offered it that, but did not. The breaking ball outside for ball 1. against Cruz Dreiling. Excuse me. Let's double check and make sure if that's Dreiling out there. The 1-0 pitch is in for a strike. No, it'll be the new man on the mound, Miles Ransweiler, batting here. So they make the full switch there. Gets underneath one on the 1-1 pitch. Shallow right center going back. Sebastian Watson is there for the out. And Ransweiler will go down, the new pitcher in the game for Ashland. 2 away.
Number 11.
And Keller Bloodworth, the shortstop, will bat with nobody on and 2 down. So 7 runs, 2 hits, 1 error in that inning for Ashland in the last frame. And 2 men left on base for Roseburg there in the bottom of the 3rd as they pull ahead 7-0. There were 6 walks issued that inning and 1 hit batter for Cruz Dreiling. 2-0 count is another pitch in the dirt for Evan Corbin against Keller Bloodworth, who struck out in the 1st. The 1 error in that inning, if you're wondering, was credited to the left fielder, Williams. There's a strike on the 2-1 pitch there to Bloodworth. 2-0 pitch, it goes to 2-1. Williams in left field credited with the error. It was a single and an error for Sebastian Watson that got him to second base. Fighting off a pitch, going to first base. Standing on the bag as he fields it, Dominic Tatone will make the unassisted out at first. So Keller Bloodworth will go down. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Roseburg in the top of the 4th defensively. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base for Ashland. They trail 7-0 as we go to the bottom of the 4th inning here on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
At Current Orthodontics, we stand out because of the smiles and the excitement that we create. A beautiful smile can really make a huge impact in someone's life. Our main goal is we also want you to be able to walk down the street and have your neighbors say, hey, where did you get that great smile? And for you to be able to say, at Current Orthodontics.
At Brook Communications, our job is to get results for your business, period. We can take your story and tell it to the people you want to reach in a way that compels first-time clients to become repeat customers. We get them through your door so you can do what you were meant to do. Proclaim your sales message to the largest audience of any media company in Douglas County. Brook Communications dominates through the power of 5 radio stations and 541radio.com. Results amplified. Locally owned. Brook Communications.
Bottom of the 4th inning, Roseburg baseball is brought to you by the Smile Station, your destination for aesthetically crafted smiles. And by Tim's Appliance at the corner of Lane and South Stevens in Roseburg. 0% financing is always available. New man on the mound, it looks like, for Ashland. So just going 1/3 of an inning will be Miles Ransweiler. They face 2 batters. Gave up 1 hit, no runs. And to his credit, he didn't walk anybody, didn't strike anybody out. So Miles Ransweiler done after a quick outing there. They will go to Dylan Anway, the 3rd baseman, moving to the mound. So Anway will take over. He will face Takahashi, Gillespie, and Hubbard. So out at 3rd base.
For Ashland, number 3, Dylan Anway.
Taking over at 3rd base will be Bloodworth, moving from shortstop. Out at shortstop for Ashland. Trying to get a read on the number out there. That is going to be Zach Mendeville, who will move in from right field. So who's in right field?
Number 14, Austin Takahashi.
Looks like going to right field will be Ransweiler off the mound. Try and make sure that that's all the changes that were made here as we go to the Bottom of the fourth inning in a 7-0 ball game for Roseburg. In front, Austin Takahashi batting. He is 0 for 1 in the game. Takes a strike on the inside corner from the new man, Dylan Anway. The 0-1 pitch. Swung on, got him fooled with the breaking ball there for Takahashi. He falls behind 0-2. The 0-2 pitch. Got a piece of it. Fouls it off the plate, bounces high up and over the catcher. Stays an 0-2 count. 7-0 our score. Roseburg in front here in the bottom of the fourth inning. The 0-2 to Takahashi is high and away for a 1-2 count. So let's see here. The swing and a foul tip way out in front of the off speed there for Takahashi. Got it off the end of his bat. Stays alive. Still Ira Nogues over at first. Trip rep at second. And again, we have the new shortstop is Mendeville, and new at third base is Bloodworth. There's a ball missing outside. The count evens at 2-2. Dylan Anway taking over on the mound, moving over from third base to the mound. From the mound to right field was Ransweiler. Takahashi lines one to center field. That'll drop in. I believe Carter's still out there in center. It is. Nathan Carter in center. And in left field is still Tyati Williams. So the only changes we had were short, third, and right field here in the fourth inning. Leadoff single for Austin Takahashi. Gets his first hit on the ball game. 1 for 2 for him. Nobody out, 1 on. Dawson Gillespie has walked twice in this ball game. He will stand in for a third time. First pitch, a breaking ball to him for strike 1. Well, this used to be a old matchup in the Southern Oregon Conference Hybrid League back in the day. Early 2010s, late 2000s, that those matchups were regular conference games. It's the 0-1 to Gillespie is called for strike 2. So it's been a little while since Roseburg and Ashland have squared off. I was going back through some of my archives and found it was back in 2013, the last time these two teams had met. 2014, excuse me, I have it down. As a ball off the end of the bat for Gillespie, racing down the line. The throw to first will be there to get him. Takahashi up to second base. Almost works as if it was a sac bunt, but it was not. 1 out. Takahashi to second. So 2014, the last time these two teams squared off. Roseburg won that game 9-8 here from what was then known as Legion Field. But same location. Field has a new name and new surface to play on. Pretty much everything else is mostly the same. They've been making some upgrades here at this ballpark. The dugout's got a facelift. Bathroom's gotten kind of some changes. They've got some other things planned, but just giving the old ballpark a new lease on life here. It's kind of needed. It's always been a great place to catch a ball game. As a check swing called strike 1 against Knox Hubbard with 1 out and Austin Takahashi out at second base. Great facility. They did move home plate out from behind the plate a little bit. His time was called for Hubbard. He called just before Anway went into his windup. Home plate was, I forget the distance, how much they've moved it, but they moved it from the distance between home and the backstop. They lengthened that a bit as they moved the plate out of some when they renovated here. As a pitch high, 1-1 count for Hubbard. But it kind of gave us more true marks on the fence on the outfield. So 320 down the line is it's more accurate now with the new placement of home here at Champion Car Wash Field. Still very much a hitter's park here. I mean a pitcher's park, I would feel. As a pitch in the dirt, a 2-1. Definitely felt like it before. Balls did not leave this yard all that often. But also when it said 320 down the line, that wasn't quite exactly what it was. So ballpark always played bigger than it seemed. But still a big one, 385 to dead center. And the wind a lot of times will help keep balls in. As a pickoff throw to second. And that one, a little bit of a collision out at second base for the shortstop, Mendeville, and the runner, Takahashi. Mendeville creeping in behind Takahashi to cover second base. A throw right on target, but I think slipping. They don't wear the metal cleats like they usually do at most other places. Slipping on the artificial turf here. And kind of both the runner and the shortstop sliding into second base, creating a bit of a collision at the bag on the pickoff attempt. The 2-1 for Hubbard. Takes a strike on the outside corner to the lefty. Count will go even at 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 away. Out at second base, Austin Takahashi after his leadoff single. Sun shining down on us here in the Umpqua Basin today. Really no shadows out on the field. The only parts that you have some shadows are deep in right field with some of the trees hanging over that right field fence. Out in front, that ball fouled down the third base side for Hubbard. Knox Hubbard is 0 for 1 in this ball game with an RBI. Hubbard reaching on a fielder's choice in the second inning. And then reaching on a bases-loaded walk in the third. Both times he has had a courtesy runner coming on for him. On the mound, Dylan Anway, the third pitcher used today for the Grizzlies. Game 1 of our doubleheader. His 2-2 pitch. Hubbard going to call time, taking too long on the mound. Hubbard didn't like it. So he calls time and steps out. Knox Hubbard came into today, batting .355 on the season. An RBI opportunity for him here. He's up to 8 on the year. The 2-2 is high and away. Count will go full. Roseburg Baseball is brought to you by Current Orthodontics. A healthy, attractive smile means confidence inside and out. Call Dr. Peterson at 541-672-5721. Also brought to you by Barnes Heating and Cooling, your complete energy company. Visit barnesheatingandcooling.com or call them at 541-459-1545. Full count pitch for Hubbard. Anway delivers high and away for ball 4. It'll be the 9th walk this game for Roseburg batters. 8 of them issued by the starting pitcher, Cruz Dreiling. Hubbard on for a third time in the ball game. Courtesy runner Eli Jacobs will come out and run for him again for the catcher. First and second for Roseburg with 1 out. Garrett Zimet will bat. He has walked twice in this ball game. Just after 1 o'clock here in the Umpqua Basin. We'll get you a legal ID here in just a moment as a pitch down low for a 1-0 count. At the plate, Zimet walked twice. He's got an RBI with the bases loaded walk. Scored a run in there as well. The 1-0 pitch from Dylan Anway is high and inside. Let's go ahead and pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Roseburg Baseball on The Score. .2-0 pitch to Garrett Zimet will come in for strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike against Roseburg's number 6 hitter in the lineup. We'll run through the numbers here for you in a minute. The 2-1, Zimet takes low and outside for a 3-1 count. So far, no runs on 1 hit. And 1 error for Ashland in this ballgame. Roseburg 7 runs on now 8 hits. Or excuse me, 7 runs on 4 hits, not 8. Making up numbers there for you. 7 runs, 4 hits. No errors for Roseburg in this ballgame. Strike on the 3-1 offering to Zimet. Dylan Anway staying in the at-bat. Full count. 1 out, looking for that double play opportunity here with runners at first and second. Bottom of the fourth, Roseburg on top 7-0. All 7 runs coming in the bottom of the third. Here in the bottom of the fourth, the 3-2 pitch from Anway. Taking his time, a couple of looks to second. He'll call time before the pitch to Zyman. Roseburg 7 runs on 2 hits in that third inning, drawing 6 walks against Cruz Dreiling to put the runs on the board. Full count pitch, Anway delivers in. Strike 3 called. It got Zyman looking. 2 down, big strikeout there, much needed for Ashland.
At bat, number 3.
2 down, and Dominic Titone will bat. He is 0 for 1 in the game. Struck out swinging in the second. Was hit by a pitch in the third to drive in a run. Bottom of the fourth here. Roseburg could possibly end this one early if they could add 3 more runs to their total by the end of the next inning. It's pitched low and outside. Ball 1 to Titone. And 10-run rule could be in effect there. But Roseburg's going to have to get some offense going. Not a lot of hits really for Roseburg. Most of the runs, to be honest with you, it's been Ashland really doing the damage to themselves, not necessarily Roseburg's bats doing the damage to the Grizzlies so far today. Throw back to second base, gets into center field. Takahashi going to stay on the bag. Had the shortstop draped over him again, trying to get back to the baseball. So the throw into center field will not come back to haunt Dylan Anway there. 2 down, runners at first and second. The pitch in. Titone gets underneath the ball out to right field. This one pulled towards the line, running, making the catch in foul territory. And that'll wrap up things here in the fourth inning. Titone got around on that ball, but making the catch. Miles Ransweiler out there will finish things off. Roseburg unable to do anything here in the fourth. No runs on 1 hit. There were no Ashland errors. And 2 men left on base for Roseburg. Top of the fifth coming up. It's a 7-0 lead. Roseburg in front on 541radio.com and on the score. 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
General Contractors, formerly known as Ari Noah, are the experts in industrial and commercial construction. With over 50 years of combined experience, Renco General Contractors is Douglas County's building leader when it comes to commercial construction. From turnkey construction from the ground up, tenant improvements to seismic upgrades, Renco is an authorized metal building dealer dedicated to providing our community the highest quality structures. They also specialize in steel fabrication and welding. Call Renco today. There's no job that's too big or too small. Build your success with Renco.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool. On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah!
Be great.
Participate!
Heading to the top of the fifth, it is a 7-0 ball game. 7 runs, 4 hits, no errors for Roseburg. Ashland, no runs, 1 hit, 1 error as we begin the fifth. Joey Keyran here with you. Top of the fifth inning. The 0-1 count from Evan Corbin. He misses inside against Jackson Kemper. Kemper comes in 0 for 1 on the day as he will begin things for Ashland in the visiting half of the fifth inning. Evan Corbin up to 54 pitches by my tally here in this fifth inning. Missing high, the count will go 3-1. He's had a couple of lengthy half innings on the bench waiting for his chance to get back out there. The third inning, of course, when Roseburg scored 7, a big one there. Is a 3-1 pitch taken for a strike on the low outside corner for Jackson Kemper. The third inning was long, but even the bottom of the fourth, Roseburg doesn't score, but the inning kind of drug on a bit as a bounding baseball to second base on the 3-2 pitch is fielded and thrown to first Watson to Tatone to retire Jackson Kemper, who is now 0 for 2 in the ball game. One away. Trip Rep will bat, the second baseman. Grounded out to short in his first time up. One out, nobody on. Fifth inning here. Roseburg Baseball is brought to you by Chuck Swarm and Family Auto Repair. Are you ready to go where life takes you? And by Dr. Lanson Randall, open and accepting new patients. Call them at 541-378-6694. A check swing goes just by the head of the on-deck hitter. I don't know if Tayati Williams over there was necessarily paying attention. And that ball into the netting just to the left of him. Around and high in the air out towards left field for Rep. Long run. Carson Dunn will not be able to get there in time. Another foul ball for Rep, and he's got an 0-2 count. Oh, 2 count for the 7-hitter. Evan not wasting time into his windup just outside for a 1-2 count. Knox Hubbard, I've liked what I've seen from the young man behind the plate, but one area that I imagine they'll continue to work on him with is his receiving back there. A lot of times that ball popping out of the glove. I'm not sure if it's a brand new glove or what. As a swing and a foul tip into the glove, no problem catching that one. And that'll be a strikeout. That is number 5 on the day for Evan Corbin.
Number 4.
2 down, and Tayati Williams will bat. I like a lot of what I've seen from Knox Hubbard behind the plate. Getting the first catcher we've seen behind the plate in a number of years for Roseburg, not named Spencer Six. The pitch low and outside for ball 1 to Tayati Williams, who's 0 for 1 with a ground out to third back in the second inning. Of course, you did have Trevin Jackson there. Trevin had a season when I think Spencer would have been back there, but was dealing with his knee injuries that kept him out for a season. 2-0 count for Williams. The 2-0 is low. Count goes 3-0. Roseburg coming up in the bottom of the 5th. Again, I mentioned they could end it early. They'll have the 8-9-1 hitters coming up. If they could score 3 runs, it would put this one to bed early. 3-0 pitch goes on the inside corner for a 3-1 count. Out of his windup with nobody on and 2 away. Corbin, ground ball towards third. Off the glove for Takahashi. He'll chase it down in foul territory. Had a tough ball there for the third baseman. Tried to backhand it. And so a 3-1 count. Getting on base, Tayati Williams. We're going to say a hit on that one, George. Ball fouled back.
At bat, number 2, Ira Nobles.
That ball hit pretty well there to Takahashi. Did what he could to try and get in front of that one. They put a hit up on the scoreboard. I was thinking about the same. Ground ball up the middle here for the 9-hitter, Ira Nogues. And Nogues will ground to shortstop, where they will retire Tayati Williams at second base. Gillespie will take the ball himself to the bag for the out. So no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left on base for Ashland here in the top of the 5th. They couldn't get anything going with the base hit to third. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Still 7-0, Roseburg in front. This is Roseburg Baseball on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
I am a nurse.
A firefighter.
a college student,
a mother,
and I am an American soldier.
I will always be ready
for every storm
and disaster that threatens my community.
I will always be there to protect my neighbors,
my family,
and my country.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
Visit nationalguard.com to learn more about part-time service.
At bat, number 20.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back for the bottom of the fifth. Roseburg Baseball brought to you by Cascade Community Credit Union, belong to Douglas County. Stick around for our post-game show coming up when Game 1 is complete. We'll name our Mountain Mike's Pizza Player of the Game. Strike one taken for Nathan Wayman, who will bat here. The DH is 0 for 1. He walked in the third, hit a line drive out to the shortstop in the second. Takes outside. Count will even up 1-1 on the mound. Dylan Anway for Ashland. Third pitcher on the mound for the Grizzlies today. Breaking ball is high for a 2-1 count. Today's game also presented by DC Farmers Co-op, where everyone is welcome to shop. The 2-1 is high, and the count will go to 3-1 here for Wayman. Into the lineup today from the JV squad. No JV games going on this afternoon. Three-one. Swing and a miss for strike two. Wayman out in front of that off-speed pitch. Full count here for Anway. Wayman sits on the breaking ball. It stays inside, and he'll draw a second walk in the game. So Wayman will get on base for a second time here.
Number 1, Carson Dunn.
For Anway, that's his second walk that he has issued in his short time on the mound so far. He has pitched 1 inning of work. And Carson Dunn will step in to bat next. Dunn is 0 for 1, drew a walk and an RBI in the third inning. Had a hard hit ground ball to third base to start off that inning. This time goes opposite field, and it's fouled away for strike one. Hard hit ground ball to third base to start the third inning, but was thrown out on a nice play there by Dylan Anway, who's now on the mound, towing the first base side of the rubber. Anway out of the stretch. Off speed is inside, 1-1 count. Coming up in that post game, mentioned the Mountain Mike's Pizza Player of the Game. Our player of the game for Roseburg earns a $50 gift certificate to Mountain Mike's Pizza. Appreciate their sponsorship. As a back pick down to first, Wayman crawling his way back to the bag, slid around, trying to slide around the tag attempt, and was just a bit off the bag, but gets back in without a tag from Ira Nogues over there. At the plate, a 1-2 count for Dunn. Off speed is outside. We were handing out some of our Player of the Game awards after the game at Crater the other day. Some happy ball players down in the dugout to be getting those gift certificates. 2-2. Swing and a miss. And Dunn will go down with the strikeout. Second for Anway. One down.
Bat number 2, Sebastian Watson.
Top of the order here, Sebastian Watson standing in here in the bottom of the fifth. Roseburg on top 7-0. I did get one invite. I think it was Dominic Titone that said, Joey, you should come for the pizza party. I mean, I can't turn down pizza, but now I'm hungry. It is lunchtime here in the Umpqua Basin. Outside for the first pitch to Sebastian Watson. We'll have a quick word. The interview that we had in the pregame show with head coach Troy Thompson, we'll have that for you coming up in between games as we get ready for the second of our doubleheader today. So stick around for that. Strike on the inside corner. Watson takes for a 1-1 count. 1 for 2 today for Sebastian Watson. He drove in 2 runs with a single back in the third. Flew out to left field to start out the ball game for Roseburg. 1-1 pitch. Misses. Anway falls behind 2 balls and a strike. Want to thank everybody for watching online at 541radio.com or on the Score YouTube channel. Video streaming is sponsored by Renco General Contractors. Build your success with Renco. There's no job that's too big or too small. Strike on the outside corner evens things up. 2 balls, 2 strikes. You can subscribe to the Score YouTube channel and follow Roseburg High Sports throughout the school year. We've been streaming there on our YouTube channel for a couple of years now. It's a 2-2 pitch pulled foul down the third base side. We'll do it again. Been streaming there for a few years now. You can find archives of past Roseburg High School sporting events. We also stream Doc Stewart's baseball throughout the summer as well, so you can tune in to catch Doc's baseball on the Score YouTube channel. Watch it at 541radio.com or tune in right here on the radio as well for Doc's baseball coming up in early June. The 2-2 offering from Dylan Anway is high for a full count now. Docs, we've got kind of a tentative schedule getting put together, it sounds like, and I think we're expecting maybe about the second week of June to get the Docs baseball season started. It's going to be interesting at the start of things because of sports seasons at the high school level going a little longer. Throw to second base on a ground ball to third. They will get Wayman out at second. Bloodworth fielding at third, throwing to second base. Trip rep there to get it, but he had to kind of swing back to his right to get to the baseball. The throw not quite on target, but he was able to make the grab. That retires Wayman at second base, 2 away. Watson will get on with a fielder's choice. Man at first, 2 down. First pitch, a called strike against Logan Klopfenstein. High school basketball season going to be coming up here in a couple of weeks, as well as wrestling in there as the winter sports season will get started. Don't forget swimming. That's going to be an inside pitch on a 1-1 count now for Klopfenstein, who is 2 for 3 in this game, by the way. So the winter sports season coming up here at the end of the school year in the spring. And that's going to carry as they throw over to first base. Goes out of the glove for Ira Nogues over there. Back in safely goes Watson. The winter sports season, season 4 this year for high school sports, that is going to carry into the summer a bit, probably after the end of the school year is really done for classes, and carries into, towards the middle of June. Wow, around on that ball quickly. Fouled, though, out of the stadium for Klopfenstein. He's got a 1-2 count. Seniors, especially, for any seniors on some of those teams for basketball, wrestling, or swimming, they'll be still competing once their high school year is done. But they tried to get in everything they could as Klopfenstein goes chasing on a breaking ball outside for strike 3. That'll wrap things up here in the bottom of the 5th. Third strikeout for Dylan Anway. He has pitched 2 innings. He's kept Roseburg off the board, keeping it a 7-0 lead for the Indians as we go to the top of the 6th. This is Roseburg Baseball on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
Back here for the top of the 6th inning. It is Roseburg baseball for you here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM. Leading things off for Ashland in the 6th inning, trailing 7-0, is going to be the leadoff man, Dylan Anway. On a 1-0 pitch, he fouls it back to the net for strike one. Anway up for his 3rd time in the contest. He is struck out and ground out. He'll take low and outside for ball 2 from Evan Corbin. On the mound, Corbin into his 6th inning of work. Gets the inside corner to even up the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes. 6 innings, has allowed 2 hits, no runs. 5 strikeouts in the game for Corbin. And he has not walked a batter yet. The 2-2, first base side foul. We'll do it again. Evan Corbin came into today's game, I think, with a team best ERA. And he is going to be adding to that. The 2-2 again. Got him to pop it up in the air. Corbin calling for it off the mound. And he'll take it just on the fair side of the foul line, halfway down the first base side. 1 out.
Number 8, Sean Thompson.
Sean Thompson will bat. He has grounded out to the shortstop twice. Yeah, Corbin had the team best ERA at 1.4 to start the game. He has done nothing but reduce that number as a first pitch ground ball to the 3rd baseman, Austin Takahashi. Sean Thompson will ground out. 2 down.
Number 23,
with 2 outs,
Nathan Carter.
Nobody on base. The 3-hitter Nathan Carter will bat 1 for 2 today. He had the single back up the middle in the 1st inning. Got to second base, but that is where things ended for him as he takes for ball 1. Carter and Tyati Williams, your 2 batters with a hit so far against Evan Corbin in this game. 1-1 count. Pitch bounces through the left-handed batter's box for Corbin, and it's a 2-1 count. Other things going on today. You had the Oregon State spring game earlier today, although it was not quite what they had hoped for. As a check swing, he did go around. Couldn't hold up there for Carter on the breaking ball. Got fooled with the pitch. It bounced in the dirt. And he finds himself with a 2-2 count here. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Take a look at what else is going on today in sports here in the state of Oregon. A strikeout for Corbin, his 6th of the ball game, and it's another 1-2-3 frame for Ashland. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. Go to the bottom of the 6th. This is Roseburg baseball on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage.
Into the bottom of the 6th inning, another call to the pen for the Ashland Grizzlies here. As we continue on through Game 1 of today's doubleheader, it'll be Sean Thompson that'll take over on the mound The DH will enter on the bump. He takes over for Dylan Anway, who pitches 2 innings. Anway pitched 2 innings. He gave up 1 hit, no runs. He walked 2 and struck out 3 in his time on the mound. So a new man on the mound. We'll take a look-see here how the rest of the defensive lineman will go. Anway will go back to third for Bloodworth. I'm assuming Bloodworth goes back to short. Yes, he does. And they may have just taken Mendeville out of the game. He was the one getting DH'd for. And that looks to be the case. They've brought him out, and they bring in the DH in his spot. So another pitching change. 4th man used on the mound for Ashland. The game is Cruz Drylings to lose here unless the score changes. 7-0, Roseburg in front. Evan Corbin in line to get a win. Well, Dryling would be on the hook for the loss. Austin Takahashi, the lefty, will lead things off against the righty, Sean Thompson. First pitch fouled away for strike 1. Roseburg Baseball is brought to you by Good Vibrations Solutions for home theater and automotive audio. You could feel it at Good Vibes. 0-1 pitch. Takahashi will take low for ball 1 from Thompson. Today's game also presented by Mahalo Heating and Air Conditioning. Get 0% financing for 72 months on approved credit now at Mahalo Heating and Air. The 1-1 is bounced in again for a 2-1 count. Roseburg leading 7-0 here in the bottom of the 6th. Leadoff man Takahashi at the plate. Oregon State football was in action earlier today with their spring game at Reser Stadium. Fans allowed into the contest as a 2-1 pitch outside will go to 3-1 to Takahashi. Didn't really, it sounds like it was kind of limited. They had 14 players out due to health and safety protocols because of COVID-19 issues within their program. It's a 3-1 pitch taken for ball 4 for Takahashi. He'll take the free pass down to first. So first walk issued for Sean Thompson, 1 on, nobody out. Dawson Gillespie is 0 for 1 in the game. Hit a soft ground ball down the first base side. A swinging bunt for him was tagged out or thrown out at first, but he's reached twice on walks as Gillespie will dig in. But 14 players out for Oregon State for their spring scrimmage. A tough way to get into that and wrap up their spring camp, but trying to keep folks healthy. It sounds like it was pretty quick on their spring scrimmage as a ball bounces by all the way to the backstop, and Takahashi will take advantage going up to second base on the wild pitch. 1-0 count for Gillespie. You've got busy days, though, going on up in Eugene and in Corvallis with baseball and softball both at home for the Ducks and the Beavers. We'll have Oregon State baseball coming up for you here on the Scores. Another ball outside, bounces to the backstop and up to third base on back-to-back pitches. Takahashi moving around the diamond on the wild pitch. So Takahashi is up to third. It's a 2-0 count at the plate for Dawson Gillespie. In for a strike on the 2-0 pitch to Gillespie, outer half at the knees. 2 balls and 1 strike to the cleanup hitter for Roseburg here in the bottom of the 6th, leading 7-0. The 2-1 pitch is high and inside. Yesterday, Oregon State baseball winning against USC. Came back to win 5-4 in that matchup. You can hear game 2 of that series coming up tonight with pregame starting at 6 o'clock right here on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM. 3-1 pitch misses outside, and Gillespie will draw his 3rd walk of the ball game. 2 batters, 2 walks issued by Sean Thompson for Ashland. And we've got 2 runners on with nobody out. They're on the corners. Knox Hubbard will bat. Hubbard's 0 for 1, reached on a fielder's choice in the second, and has drawn 2 walks. He'll bat here with 2 on and nobody out. Bottom of the 6th. First pitch for Thompson is upstairs for ball 1. So Oregon State baseball winning yesterday. In fact, it was a clean sweep at home for both the U of O and OSU yesterday in both baseball and softball. OSU baseball winning 5-4 against USC. OSU softball winning 1-0 against number 10 ranked Arizona State. Hubbard takes a pitch on the inside corner at the knees for a strike. Oregon baseball at PK Park yesterday. Number 13 Oregon winning 13-0 against Washington. And number 12 Oregon getting the softball upset 2-1 against number 7 Arizona yesterday over at Jane Sanders Stadium in Eugene. It was a pitch high, 2 balls, 1 strike against Hubbard. So busy day up in Eugene and Corvallis. Everybody winning. All the home teams were on top. It continues today. Oregon baseball is going to be starting here at the top of the hour. A strike on the outside corner to Hubbard gives him a 2-2 count. Oregon Ducks baseball against the University of Washington starting at 2. Pregame just about to get underway in 10 minutes on News Radio 1240 KQEN. 1240 on the AM dial there to catch the Oregon Ducks. 2-2 to Hubbard. Got around on an inside pitch. Skies one high in the air to right field. Ransweiler in. He makes the catch at third. Takahashi will not tag and try to score. So Hubbard flies out to right field, 1 away. Still first and third for Roseburg. 1 out. Garrett Zimet will bat. Leading 7-0. Roseburg on top here, bottom of the 6th. Game 1 of a doubleheader between Roseburg and Ashland. On the mound, the new pitcher, Sean Thompson, starting this inning. Gets a swing and a miss out of Zimet on a breaking ball for strike 1. Today's ball game also brought to you by Fisher's Hearth and Home, serving Douglas County for over 30 years with the largest selection of wood, gas, pellet, and electric stoves and fireplaces in the area. Pitch outside for a 1-1 count to Zimet. Checking in on that softball game. Game 1 went final, and I forgot to keep a tabs on that, so I don't know who won in that contest. Runner going from first. The pitch bounces off the glove for the catcher. That'll be a stolen base for Gillespie. Scoring will be Takahashi on the wild pitch. Eight to nothing, Roseburg in front. A man in scoring position at second. 2-1 count at the plate for Zimet. Taking a look at second. Thompson, out of his stretch, will deliver outside. 3-1 count now for Garrett Zimet, who is at the plate for a fourth time in the game. He is 0 for 1, struck out looking in the 4th. He has walked twice, has an RBI. Look back to second, but a bluff there by the pitcher. Thompson does not throw that direction. Ground ball, back up the middle for Zimet. Gets by as it bounces through the middle. Bloodworth couldn't glove it. Throw to the plate. Sliding in safely will go Dawson Gillespie up to second. Will go Zimet. RBI single for him. Then advances to second on the throw to the plate.
At bat number 3, Dominic Tatone.
Another run in for Roseburg, 2 here in the 6th. They lead 9-0 with 1 out. Dominic Tatone will bat. He is 0 for 2 in this game. Was hit by a pitch to drive in a run in the 3rd. Tatone hits one out towards left field. Tracking it down will be Tayati Williams. And Tatone will be 0 for 3 in the ball game. 2 down.
Number 20.
Out at second base is Garrett Zimet. That runner could finish this one early if Roseburg could bring him around to score, leading 9-0 here in the bottom of the 6th. Nathan Wayman will bat. He is 0 for 1. He's walked twice in this contest. The call up from the JV team hits one. It goes off the bag at third, fielded by Anway, and he will throw it to first. It will not be in time. That ball off the bag, skies up into the air. You don't see that too often. Wayman will get a base hit, and it's his first at the varsity level. Zimet will go to third. If it hits the bag, it's a fair ball. And able to do so is Wayman. Runners on the corners once again with 2 outs. That is the second hit here in the 6th inning for Roseburg. They are up to 6 hits total in the ball game, leading 9-0. First pitch for Carson Dunn bounces behind the plate. Jackson Kemper.
Number 18, Garrett Schultz at bat.
Kemper back behind the plate using the chest protector to knock that one down. It is a pinch hitter here. Garrett Schultz will bat for Roseburg. For Carson Dunn. Take low and outside for ball 2. Sean Thompson on the mound. He has walked 2, given up 2 hits here in the 6th. Schultz takes outside. The count goes to 3-0. Garrett Schultz. He's batting .091. 1 hit in 11 appearances. His 1 hit, though, is a double as he takes low and outside for ball 4. So he won't add to his average here. He draws a walk. That is his 4th walk on the season. That will load him up for Roseburg with 2 down. You've got Zimet at third, representing the run that would end this one early. Wayman at second and Schultz at first. It was 10-0. Roseburg wins in the softball game 1 over there. So Roseburg softball getting a 10-0 victory against Ashland in the softball matchup there. 1-1 count. 1-1 for the leadoff man, Sebastian Watson. He is 1 for 3 in this ball game with 2 RBI. Sean Thompson on the mound. Breaking ball is up. 2 balls and a strike. Roseburg softball winning 10-0. Roseburg baseball looking to try and equal that. They are up 9-0 here in the bottom of the 6th with 2 outs and the bases loaded. Thompson delivers the 2-1, bounces in. Count goes to 3-1. A walk here would end this game at a 10-0 victory for Roseburg, bringing in a run with the bases loaded, and that is basically how Roseburg scored 7 runs in the 3rd. Watson did drive in 2 of those 7 runs in that 3rd inning. Chops one foul on the 3-1 offering from Sean Thompson, and the count will go full with 2 outs, bases loaded. Runners will be moving on the pitch. Thompson trying to get it to the 7th. Roseburg trying to end it here in the 6th. We'll see which team comes out on top. Full count pitch with 2 down. Runners moving. And the pitch is outside for ball 4, and that will wrap things up for us here today. Watson will pick up another RBI. That is his 3rd of the game. That'll score Garrett Zimet, and Roseburg's going to win 10-0 here in the 6th. The 10-run rule in effect, and we will head to the post-game show. Roseburg a winner, 10-0. Your final score. We'll come back and recap this one for you as Game 1 goes final. Ashland will look to try and even up the doubleheader with a win in Game 2 if they can get it. We'll have that one coming up for you in about 20 minutes from now. Stick around. The postgame show coming up after this 3-minute break. Let's go ahead and take the 3-minute break and be back with the postgame show here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
General Contractors, formerly known as Ari Noah, are the experts in industrial and commercial construction. With over 50 years of combined experience, Renco General Contractors is Douglas County's building leader when it comes to commercial construction. From turnkey construction from the ground up, tenant improvements to seismic upgrades, Renco is an authorized metal building dealer dedicated to providing our community the highest quality structures. They also specialize in steel fabrication and welding. Call Renco today. There's no job that's too big or too small. Build your success with Renco.
At Kern Orthodontics, we stand out because of the smiles and the excitement that we create. A beautiful smile can really make a huge impact in someone's life. Our main goal is we also want you to be able to walk down the street and have your neighbors say, "Hey, where did you get that great smile?" And for you to be able to say, "At Kern Orthodontics."
I am a nurse.
A firefighter.
A college student.
A mother.
And I am an American soldier.
I will always be ready.
For every storm.
And disaster that threatens my community.
I will always be there to protect my neighbors.
My family.
And my country.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
Visit nationalguard.com to learn more about part-time service.
We are Douglas County Farmers Co-op, but we're not just for farmers. We serve all residents of Douglas County because we are Douglas County. Stop by today for everything from a tank of gas to a bite to eat anytime you're hungry. Pick up something for yourself, your home, and those you care for. Celebrating 100 years of service, Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Good people, good products, and good advice.
Buy one, get one free at the Roseburg Jiffy Lube. Buy one signature service oil change at regular price and receive a coupon for a second one free. That's a $43.99 value. The signature service oil change features up to 5 quarts conventional Pennzoil, a new spin-on filter, and a visual inspection of belts, brakes, tires, and wipers, plus fluid top-off and a 90-day top-off guarantee. Buy one signature service oil change with Pennzoil. Get one free now at the Roseburg Jiffy Lube, next to Champion Car Wash.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
Welcome back, everybody, here to Champion Car Wash Field in Roseburg, Oregon, as final for Game 1 of our doubleheader between Roseburg and Ashland. It's 10-0, Roseburg on top. Joey Keyran here with you. Welcome into our post-game show. Roseburg Baseball brought to you by Flyway Travel. Contact their travel experts for your travel plan, 672-5701. And by the Smile Station, your destination for aesthetically crafted smiles. And by Tim's Appliance at the corner of Lane and South Stevens in Roseburg. 0% financing is always available. I'm Joey Keyran, happy to have you here with us as Game 1 goes final. Roseburg, a big third inning where they put up 7 runs on the board. Roseburg would send 12 hitters to the plate in the 7th. Only 2 hits. They would draw 6 walks that inning and 1 hit batter. And most of those coming with the bases loaded. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 walks and 1 hit batter with the bases loaded with 2 outs. All of them bringing in a run. And that's how Roseburg would put 5 runs on the board, and then a 2-out single by Sebastian Watson would score 2 more runs as Roseburg put 7 runs on the board in the 3rd inning. Then they would put the game away early in 6 innings as they score 3 runs in the 6th off of reliever Sean Thompson as Roseburg wins 10-0 here in Game 1. Final numbers, no runs on 2 hits. There was 1 error for Ashland, 3 men left on base. Roseburg, 10 runs on 6 hits. There were no errors, 7 men left on base. Evan Corbin will get the win. Pitches all 6 innings, gave up 2 hits, no runs, no walks, 6 strikeouts for him. Taking the loss will be Cruz Dreiling. There we go. Cruz Dreiling, 2 2/3 innings, gave up 2 hits, 7 runs, 8 walks, 1 strikeout, 1 hit batter in there as well. Those are the final numbers here on today's game for some of them. Let's take a look through some of our offensive numbers. 2 hits in the ballgame for Ashland. Collecting those 2 hits, Nathan Carter had a single in the first inning. And then also with a base hit in this one was Tayati Williams, who had a single in the 5th. But those are the only 2 batters to get a hit against Evan Corbin, and I mistakenly said he did not have a walk. He did walk 1. That came in the first. But he allowed just 3 base runners on base here in today's ball game. So not too shabby of an outing for Evan Corbin. For Roseburg, 6 hits in the ball game. Sebastian Watson was 1 for 3 in this one. He drove in 3. Logan Klopfenstein was 2 for 4 in this game with a pair of singles. Austin Takahashi, 1 for 2 in this game with a single and a run scored. Garrett Zymet was 1 for 2 in the game with a single. He drove in 2 runs, scored twice, did have a strikeout. Nathan Wayman, the DH, called up from JV, goes 1 for 2 in the game, drew 2 walks, had an RBI. And that'll do it for the base hits in this one. Roseburg without an extra base hit in this ball game. They had 10 doubles in their last 3 games, and it had an extra base hit in all but 2 games, but do not get one here in this one today. Final score 10-0. It's time now to name our Mountain Mike's Pizza player of the game. Mountain Mike's Pizza the way it ought to be. Well, I would say Evan Corbin definitely is in the running for that one. Sebastian Watson driving in 3 runs in this game, I think is in there as well. You know, I'm trying my best not to give it to the same guys all the time. So I'm going to do this. Yes, Evan Corbin. Yes, Sebastian Watson, guys that could have earned the award, but to try and spread the wealth out a little bit, we're going to acknowledge an accomplishment by one of the players in the game today, Nathan Wayman. Congratulations. You'll be our Mountain Mike's Pizza player of the game, getting his first hit at the varsity level here today, as he also gets on base 3 times. And his first one, if it hadn't been pretty much right at the shortstop, might have had a chance to get on base all 4 times and have 2 hits in this ball game, but he hit a line drive that went right to the shortstop in his first at-bat. So getting the call up today in his first varsity game, Nathan Wayman goes 1 for 2, on base 3 times with 2 walks, scored a run, and also had an RBI. He'll be our Mountain Mike's Pizza player of the game. And again, yes, I understand Evan Corbin and Sebastian Watson, they had great games, and I would agree they probably are up there for the player of the games, but in an effort to get everybody a chance to get in on some of the love as well, we're going to give it to Nathan Wayman here today. All right, we've got Game 2 coming up for you here in just a little bit. Scheduled to start at 2. We might be a little bit after that as they take a break here in between, get a bite to eat and whatnot. We're going to go ahead and continue on in between games. We'll keep it right here. Coming up, we'll get a chance to talk with, once again, we'll replay our interview that we had with head coach Troy Thompson from the pregame. We did not get a chance to play the whole thing there for you, so we'll have that for you when we come back. We'll talk with Coach Troy Thompson. For those that are watching online, if you are watching at 541radio.com, we will start a new broadcast, so just refresh the page here in just a couple of minutes. We'll have the Game 2 broadcast starting for you there on 541radio.com. If you're watching on our YouTube channel, we will start a new broadcast, so just head back to the Score YouTube channel, and you'll find the new one started up here in just a couple of minutes. Final from Game 1, 10-0, Roseburg in front. We'll have Game 2 coming up for you here in just a moment, so stick around, folks. It's Roseburg baseball on a beautiful Saturday afternoon in the Umpqua Basin, coming at you live on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM. Okay, so